everyone, it's Becky here and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a new video. Thank you very much if you came back and welcome, especially if you are new here. And today I decided to do a tag video which is called 26 random questions. And I must say that I'm a little bit behind the schedule because there are quite a lot of tag videos which I've been tagged to do, and thank you very much for it because I love to do it. But in the same time I found this tag which I was not tagged to do, but I just find this question to be quite funny, so I decided that I will do this now. But then for upcoming weeks I'm kinda preparing to do contradiction book tag and then Margaret Atwood's tag, so that's something you can be looking forward to. And now without further ado I will just jump to the questions because this tag was originally created by David Murphy. And the question number one says, what's your most recent YouTube rabbit hole? And I must say that when it comes to YouTube, my rabbit hole would be booktube in general, because now I started this new habit that usually 2 or 3 times a week maybe I just sit down and for like 2 hours binge watch like the booktube videos and just try to catch up with other videos my booktuber friends did, and I just love doing it, so that would be definitely one of the things. What song is currently stuck in your head? Anything from ABBA, I must say, because yesterday, since I'm pre-recording this video, yesterday I made a little trip to Glasgow, to town, and I was just listening to ABBA all the way long, and it was amazing because it's been a while. The cars are so loud today because it's been a while since I was listening to ABBA and I just enjoy it so much, so now literally any song by ABBA. What kind of music do you listen to the most? Well, 80s, I would say. I really do like music which is from 80s and 70s. But then, for example, I do like to listen to music from movies. That's something I like really much. And other than that, yeah, now ABBA, just ABBA is everywhere. What is something you need to get better at? My German, because I studied German years ago and I was quite good at it, but then I think it was 5 or 6 years already since I haven't spoken German, and then I haven't studied it anymore because since I came to uni in Scotland, obviously there was like filmmaking and English and no German, but I would really like to get back to German, so it's something I would like to work on, especially this year. Do you set goals? What are your goals for the end of the year or next year? Well, I do set goals. As I told you in my previous videos, I do have a couple goals which I set in January, like bigger one for the upcoming year, and especially for this year one of the biggest goals would be to get a job, and I have a couple of jobs interviews coming. Actually one is today by the time you're watching the video because I'm pre-recording, so fingers crossed. But other than that, I also do have my to-do list for every single day, so I'm very much like goal and task oriented person. Right, where are we? Okay, when was the last time you lost your temper? Basically every single time when I film YouTube video, because I mentioned a couple times before as well that I'm really precise when it comes to how I want my videos to look, but then coming with the equipment I have and then the lighting situation and everything, and also my skills because I'm still learning, it just never looks as I would like it to look like, and then I just record something like one sentence 50 times and then it drives me crazy. So yeah, YouTube videos. Do you swear too much? I do. I really do swear a lot, yeah. Do you spend too much money on shoes? Not really, and especially when it comes to money in general, I think I'm the type of person who, you know, when it comes to buying or giving presents to my friends and family and to other people, I'm like, yeah, sure, just anything, because I love to kind of get presents for people for Christmas or birthday or just even like random little things during ordinary day. But then when it comes to spending money on myself, I'm like, well, but I don't really need this, although I would like to get it, but you know what I mean? Like, I love to spend money for other people, but then when it comes to spending money on myself, I'm like, well, no. But I got 3 books the other day, so yes. But no, definitely not for shoes. Okay, question number 9. What is the worst book you have ever read? I don't think there were that many bad books, but one which I mentioned before is the book by Roald Dahl, which is called, in English, no idea, but I think it's in Slovak. I cannot recall even the Slovak name right now. Anyway, there was a story about this young boy who somehow found himself in a place where they slaughter pigs, and suddenly he realized that he was one of the pigs and he got killed. And that was like far the worst story I ever read. Right, are you a homebody or are you more adventurous? I'm kind of both. I do love to go to places and do different things, and I still need to keep myself busy. I'm always doing something, but in the same time, recently, especially when I discovered booktube and I started to read more last year, I just really find comfort in just sitting down and read the book and just not going anywhere. But I love doing both. Do you take naps? No, unfortunately naps do not work for me, but I really wish they do, because even like for example today and yesterday I got up 4:30 a.m. and I could not sleep ever since, and in general I'm very morning person, so that means that every single day I wake up around 6 a.m. and I just cannot sleep anymore. So I do sleep for like 7 or 8 hours, but sometimes I would just love to sleep until 10, but I'm just not able to. Have you ever been to Minnesota, the greatest state in the Union? No, never been to America, never been to US, never been anywhere. I would love to go, but I need to wait until someone invents the teleport, so it's not gonna take 3 years for me to fly there. Because no. Right, have you ever tried to emulate someone? Emulate? I don't know what it means. Emulate. Wait, I'm gonna Google, because English. Wait, emulate. Imitate. All right. No. If it means like imitate someone, no, I didn't. Okay, do you enjoy bars? What kind are you, or have you been a regular at one? I do like to go for drinks, I do like to go to pubs with friends, but it's not something I would be doing too much. Even when I was back at uni and we would have different, you know, like pub crawls and these sort of things, I would not attend very much, because I more prefer to just stay in with a couple friends and bake something and then watch movie and then chat and have drinks while we are still inside. But there is something nice to go outside, and especially now after COVID, I'm like, yeah, if there is opportunity to go and have a lovely drink somewhere with people, then I would love to go. Have you ever been hungover? Oh yeah. Yeah. When was the last time you laughed out loud while reading? I think that was Sarah's Scribbles, the comic book, which I mentioned a couple times before in my videos. Absolutely brilliant, love it, highly recommend you to check it out. What was the last movie you watched? Well, I went to cinema twice last weekend, and on Saturday we went to see Belfast, which is, oh my goodness, I am very emotional when it comes to watching movies, and I do shed a tear quite often, but with Belfast there were like 5 times I was like tearing in the cinema, and then I had proper sob at the end when the movie finished, because it was absolutely beautiful. Also the cinematography and the framing, that was wonderful. And then day after we went to see West Side Story, which I did not love it. I did enjoy it quite a lot, but I did not love it. But I would definitely like to see the original film, because I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that one. But yeah, these 2 movies, and I would still love to go. I also heard there's going to be like special screening of Moulin Rouge for Valentine's Day, and I love Moulin Rouge. I never seen it on the big screen, so that's the one I'm going to. Right, okay, question number 20. Do you want kids? Do you wish you had kids? If you have kids, give a piece of advice. I do love children, and I would love to have kids at some point, but we'll see when it will be. But yeah, I would love to have kids. Do you get along with your siblings? Ciao, Steven. Yeah, I do. I mean, I dare to say that we do get along now, but there were times when we used to fight a lot, like to blood, literally. And my mom used to say that not even boys or brothers would be that horrible when it comes to relationship as we were. Like, we used to argue so much, oh my goodness. But now I dare to say that we are getting along quite well, and honestly, I could not live without my sister. I couldn't. What is the book you have a serious issues with but love? I cannot recall any book like that right now. What is your favorite theme song to a movie or TV show? Well, so many, especially when it comes to movies. For example, I do love... See, there is this adaptation by Franco Zeffirelli of Romeo and Juliet. It's two films actually, or 2 films adaptations, and there is music which is absolutely wonderful, and I will link it to the description down below. It's my favorite version, played by André Rieu on violin, and that music made me, oh my gosh, I love it so much. So that would be one. Also, highly recommend you the movie, because it's one of the greatest adaptation of Romeo and Juliet I ever seen, and it's pretty accurate. Like, you have the proper speech in verses, and also the Juliet was, I think, Olivia Hassel, the main actor, she was like 14 or something when she was filming it actually, so it's brilliant movie. And then also the one I really love is Once Upon a Time in the West, and the music from there, I mean by Ennio Morricone. Wonderful. And then when it comes to TV shows, right now I rewatched Marvel's Mrs. Maisel, because it's going to be 4th season in February coming out, and I cannot wait. It's brilliant. It's one of the best TV shows I ever seen. So if you haven't seen Marvel's Mrs. Maisel, go and watch it now. And there are a lot of songs which are kind of like from Frank Sinatra, and this sort of like swing and jazzy music, and I just love it. So I've been listening to playlists from Marvel's Mrs. Maisel. Question number 24. Do you like your job? If you switch careers, what would you do? Well, right now I'm unemployed, as many artists are, but I have a couple interviews coming, as I mentioned, and I'm very excited because those are for TV and film jobs, which is the reason why I came here, so hopefully it will work out. And right now I'm actively searching for jobs, so yeah, hopefully it will be good. What is something you love about the city you live in? Right, so right now when I'm in Scotland, to kind of generalize it, I really do love living in Scotland because of people, and I would say that that's one of the differences I found out when I came here from home, because for example, since I'm from Slovakia, which is like Slavic country, and I think that about Slavic people there is the thing that we are very, how to say, like touchy, like we like to hug each other and, you know, kind of like physically show you that we care, but then when I came to Scotland I remember that I felt very distant from people. And there was also the lovely thing when I met a couple days ago my friend from Spain, and we used to study together, and she lives in different part of town, and we finally met after 2 years, and it was wonderful because I could see the similarities between me and her, being from these European countries, where she came and we immediately hugged, and then when she was showing me something on her phone she would just immediately, you know, kind of place her hand on my leg and show it me from there, which is something that you don't see here that much, like people being so physical. But on the other hand, comparing to my home, for example, what I love about here is that people are still very kind of like warm and humble, but in different way. That, for example, even when I was living in smaller town those years ago, and I would go for a run in the morning, there would not be a single person who I met that we would not smile at each other, or we would not greet each other and just change few words, even though we never saw each other. And then everyone who was walking their dogs, we would just, you know, kind of, I don't know, just speak around for a while, and I just love it. And comparing to back home, when people are more kind of, you know, touchy, then when I went for a run at home and I would smile at someone, they would literally either ignore me or just looking at me as I'm weird. So I would say that I really like how people are here, that you can always, you know, look at someone and smile, and they're not gonna consider you being complete weirdo, but they'll just smile at you back. So that's what I like about this as well. Right, and who is your celebrity crush is the last question, and I would say, oh my gosh, who is not? I used to have so many crushes when I was growing up. I don't think I have anyone right now. Well, maybe Geralt of Rivia, but he is not like celebrity crush, he is a fictional character, so there we go. But other than that, for example, Ewan McGregor used to be my crush for ages, because Moulin Rouge, I mean, yeah. But other than that, now no one. Right, so those are all 26 questions. That was quite funny. I hope you had fun and you enjoyed this. Please let me know, pick up one of these questions and tell me your answer to it. I would love to hear something weird about you, because this is quite weird but quite nice. And I will see you with another video very soon. Take care, bye!